There we go. Hi everybody. How's it going? You're all muted still. Hi, how's it
Hi.
going? Unmute. There we go. Hi, how's it
We
going?
can hear each other. We're good. It's going good.
Good. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this one shot after the cold years. Today I have with me a couple people. Let's see if this doesn't all fall apart by the time I'm able to get them all introduced. First of all, here I go. How's it going? How's everybody doing? Today I have with me Clark Hart.
Hello, how you doing?
Good. I have Zatomo.
Oh, good morning.
And I have
For me, anyways.
I have Josh of Fried Dice Rice or Fried
Also-
Dice Paradise.
Also, good morning.
I knew I was gonna get one of them wrong, and I knew it was gonna be yours. We are doing this one shot as part of a series of one shots. Each of these lovely people will be hosting or has hosted a one shot already. Clark Hart's was last week, last Monday, same time, and Zatomo's is next, I believe, next Monday, same time, and Josh's will be the 2 weeks from now, Monday. Follow those lovely people at the top of the screen this way. You can, those are chat commands. So in the chat, any of them or any of you can give an exclamation point person and find out about their Twitch and their Discord, because all these people have Discords as well. Also Clark has his on YouTube as well. Just put up there. So if you if you want to find that, that's where that is. There you go. This one shot's gonna be a little weird, I think. And also, any of you guys, let me know if I missed anything. This one shot is going to be a little weird. It's kind of a combination of a bunch of different things. But it's going to have... also, thank you, chat, for being here. You're all lovely people. We're all GMs here, so I figured why not have a game that's kind of indicative of that. So we're all going to have a little more control of the narrative than your usual DM to all player type of situation. Two things I want to cover with that is normally I talk about my players about this beforehand, but I thought it'd be nice to bring it up now, and that's the X card type of mechanic. If any topic comes up, because I'm not in control of it, I can't quite dictate what you people will say. If you are uncomfortable or don't want to cover something or want to fade to black, you can just write an X on the map somewhere and we can move past it. Secondly, I want you guys to feel comfortable taking control of the narrative, but maybe not just for your own country, but maybe for the others. Some of the questions I have regard you having creating some information for other players as well. So be comfortable in trying to set up things for other people, but also be accepting of when things are set up for you. Yeah. So I think without further ado, we will go on to the one shot. We'll start with Clark Hart here.
Excited.
Tell us a little bit about your character.
Okay, all right.
And anything about your channel, I guess, if I missed anything.
Okay, well, I'll say that first. Hi, I'm Clark Hart. I think hopefully most of you should know me already, but if you don't, I'm a D&D streamer. I stream lots of like campaign building stuff, and I've generally got too much on my plate, but I'm just trying to make everything work and having fun at the moment. So yeah, come and say hello. It would be much appreciated. And also, if you want to see Rorik and Tatomo and Friday's Paradise in like the campaign before, then obviously you can see it on my YouTube channel, which you can find somewhere around the place. But yeah, I think that should be everything. Okay, yeah, I am playing Kiri Stronghorn. I'm playing a Minotaur Paladin, and I am quite, should we say, militaristic in a kind of a way of thinking as a nation at the moment. Ideally, we like to use strength and military to solve the majority of our problems, but I like to respect people that have done well with their power and in war. So I can certainly respect my allies and surrounding leaders alike.
Cool. Next, we've got Zatomo.
Hello.
Say something about your channel if I missed anything, and then go on with your cool kobold character.
Okay. Yeah, pretty much just like everybody else, I do some streaming for GM prep and homebrewing, as well as some casual games, and we just have fun, play games with chat sometimes too. I mainly stream on Asian-friendly time zones, so for most of you West Coast or Americans, probably more in the evening, early morning for you. But please, if you're up that late, please check it out. My character today is a monk kobold. He is part of the Order of Gatekeepers, and they guard. How do we say? They guard a great secret in the mountains, and they don't let anybody come close. But they do produce very fine goods, such as clothes, artwork, jewelry, and so on. And so they're kind of tolerated because of the nice trade goods that they produce in the region. So that's my character.
Cool, sounds good. And Josh.
Hello. So I'm playing a changeling warlock named Estero, and they are like, their nation is the Holy Nation, holy as in Holey, and they function like a democracy. However, their religion primarily focuses on imperfections and holes and cracks and stuff like that. Our top exports currently are primarily cheese and honey, but what they're really famous for is this platform-like tower where people go to basically elevate themselves. Yeah.
My head being
Fixing
moved
some
around on
stuff.
stream.
Yeah. I had you a little.
Also, side
high
note,
up there.
I'm the main DM for Friday's Paradise. So, also like Zatomo, Asian-friendly time zones, or early morning for you West Coast and US people.
Cool. Sounds good. Yes, I often catch your late night, for me, very early morning or late night streams. So, all right. Yeah. So, all right. Getting into it. Yeah. So, the background. It's been decades ago. Your nations have warred against each other, vying for different parts of this one continent. Maybe your fathers have died. Leaders have been voted in and out before you, depending on how your nation elects its leaders. But not too long ago, several years, a eternal winter has started, or had started. You, as nations who used to war against each other, had to come to a tentative agreement to battle this what seemed like crazy lich type entity. He was raising dead. The people would freeze out in the cold and then come back to life and be turned against their own people as zombies or skeletons. This went on for years. It was a slow build-up, but eventually You had to put your differences aside to come together. Otherwise, all freeze to death eventually. What was a years-long campaign, which will forever be known as the Cold Years. At the end of it, we zoom in on the scene, zoom past waves of warriors from all your different nations, wizards blasting spells and whatnot, fighting in this horrible blizzard against skeletons and giant skeletal ogres and all of that. We zoom closer to this icy citadel, in through one of the top balconies and windows, to see you three battling with this lich wizard, this skeletal creature, exoskeletal creature, the spider-type man creature, mandibles flared, wizard hands out, spells all around him. Can each of you give me an attack roll? Which spell attack, regular attack, whatever you would use to fight.
26.
Whew.
Oh,
Whew.
what a way to start.
Big rolls, baby.
Uh,
Didn't come here to mess around. We're here to fight.
uh,
Take a
22
sucker
for me.
down. 18 for me.
Nice. So, who had the highest? Clarkard?
Yeah.
So, while the changeling warlock and the kobold monk keep this wizard busy, Clarkard, how does your minotaur deal the final blow to this horrible spider creature?
As I'm wielding my massive battle axe, and as I'm running in from the side of the room, I may have been blasted away, but charging forwards, I can able to slash down my battle axe, and it just kind of cuts straight down the middle through the torso of the lich, and it kind of crumples into bony mess.
Fair enough. There, the room falls silent, aside from maybe echoes of battle that just die down. You can hear cheering out of the balcony window. Apparently, the killing this wizard has undone all of his evil magics. From the center of the room, in this what you know is a throne room, he had his throne, and in the center of the room is this large diamond. It flares, and what is everybody doing?
I'm kind of just standing out on the balcony now, and just holding up the skull of the Lich King, and just roaring out and just showing everyone that he's been slain.
Yeah, you see the kobold monk is not far from the diamond, but he's kind of in the lotus position, kind of recentering himself after the fight and kind of calming himself back to his normal state.
I think the changeling would keep to themselves somewhere hidden, because there's no massive purpose anymore to interacting with people. So just hidden in some dim corner, observing.
Can I see the diamond?
Yes, yeah, it's in the center of the room.
And it's is it big, or does it look particularly
Yeah, it's the size of a head.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Maybe even a minotaur head, a particularly large.
Okay. Dude, okay, after celebrating and just holding up the skull, being "Rah, look, we've succeeded," I want to go over and just see if I can go over and pick this bad boy up.
As you go over and start to try to put your hands on it, it flares again, and from behind the diamond, across from you, you see maybe a less decrepit version of the creature, but the spider wizard appears to you again. He's like, "You've done it. Good on all of you. I'm so proud. You band together against me, and that's what we needed."
We killed you once. Don't make me kill you again.
No, there's a much greater threat coming. A man I've battled on many planes. He comes for this one too. You were disorganized and unprepared. Hopefully now you'll be ready. And as he's saying this thing in front of you is pulsing. The diamond, the man who's responsible for many of your countrymen's deaths, years of pain and suffering, is congratulating you. And
I want to kill this guy.
yeah,
Screw this guy.
what do you do?
I'm gonna swipe my axe at him.
Cool.
So I think as this minotaur tries to just like shatter the diamond, the little kobold just appears and is like holding his axe and like, no. Like, everything has a purpose. We do not destroy needlessly.
And the changeling walks over and then looks at the minotaur and says, "Surely there has been enough fighting."
How many men did we lose today? Should he not suffer for what he's done?
And how many more will we lose if he should be free?
And I'll just like kind of like stop holding my great axe over it and just like kind of bring it down to my side, like sulking, like angry still, but seeing reason for a moment.
I understand your anger.
Who is
But
this greater threat?
He is a fiendish devil, a man once. His name is Otarian the Menacing. He is a great and powerful warrior. Far greater than you, no offense.
I'm just gonna like kind of grow like angry again.
And why are you mad? Isn't a war what you want?
No. Anyone who threatens my country and my people will die by my axe. That is my promise.
You concern yourself too much with the bigger picture. Focus on yourself. Let the big things happen.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like kind of like storm away for a moment, try and calm myself down.
Tell us more about this fiendish threat.
He will come. He comes for the weak, the unprepared. Hopefully you won't be weak or unprepared. This Roll20's given me so much hassle. Alright, I'm gonna just keep it over here for a second.
Classic Roll20.
Exactly. Yeah, and it was all
Classic
working
Roll20.
until I don't know when, but now it's
Classic Roll20.
so maybe we'll just have this here. And we'll switch to it every now and again when I need it. It was supposed to show up nicely in
Is
this
it just
frame
in,
here.
is it just in the wrong slide?
I don't know.
Yeah, wrong layer, I think.
No, it like shrunk up and now it won't. I don't know. And honestly, I looked back and I'm like, wait, that's not the actual screen. So, yeah, do you leave the Lich alive?
I shall take the diamond and put it in the mountain. We'll be safe there, amongst the other treasures, well guarded, and he will cause no more harm to anyone.
Yes, my
I'm
work
fine
is
with that.
done. You have much preparing to do until then.
I fear I want you dead so badly. For all your pain you have caused me. For now I will keep your head.
Yeah, because you still have, like, his other body's head.
Yeah, I'm picking up his skull and just like putting it in my bag and walking away.
Yeah.
Just like, screw you, dude. I've got your head.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Let's see. So, we're going to move on then to so Mutu. In the coming years, or in the coming weeks, months, how does everybody celebrate? We'll go top down because that's, I guess, the order we've been going through. But I guess not Mutu then. Kiri.
Okay, well, much feasts take place immediately after we've defeated the Lich King in my city, my country. There are like great displays and fireworks and feasts, and much ale has been drunk throughout the land, and with all our bodies they receive the highest treatment, those that died in war, kind of like a Viking seeing off of the dead, more kind of like if there's a river or a sea nearby, they'll get pushed out as the boats are set on fire, and we'll respect the dead because they were the ones that fought for us. But yeah, other than that, I mean, we'll kind of like continue to fortify our city as much as we want to start celebrating. Really, the process of defending our people begins very quickly, so we'll begin doing that.
Cool.
That's me.
Right.
Yeah. Mutu, how do your people celebrate?
It probably starts with like more solemn funerals, with just kind of funeral pyres of the bodies being burned, and lots of rituals that no one really understands what's going on, because they're kobolds, of course. But then they get to work, and they go in and out of this mountain, and the mountain seems to come alive somehow. If anybody who's close enough sees weird glows and smoke and various other noises that it's hard to explain, but the output from the monastery it seems to have almost doubled, and not just military items, but fine clothing and goods and artwork, and they're all kind of byproducts of the monks' meditations and preparations. So
Cool.
From my country,
Mhm.
everything goes back to normal. People continue making their cheese and their honey. There are a lot of soldiers who were severely injured, so they sign up to join the tower, where basically they sign up to suffer for a bit in order to get greater rewards. And I would assume that my character is more diplomatic and wants to involve in politics and ensuring that all the systems are working, and that what I think the right powers are get into power, get their respective authority, and that in driving votes in a certain direction, so on and so forth. Not much for
Awesome.
celebration here.
I've made a working copy, so
Nice.
It's not great, and it's not as beautiful as it was, but it's here. So, the next part. Mutu. Where was the temple you served in when you were learning your stuff? And can you draw it on the map? I guess also, where is your kingdom? Which kingdom is yours? And
Do you want me just like to pick one of the icons?
yeah,
Okay.
there are a couple mountain icons. Also, I realized you wanted.
Yeah. So over here looks like there's a bigger mountain. So
Sounds good.
we'll go with that.
Cool.
Over there. Oh, perfect. Showed up. Great.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our mountain right here.
Sounds good.
I mean,
And where was the monastery that you served in? Where'd you learn your stuff? Can you draw it on the map?
I probably grew up in the same monastery.
Cool.
Yeah. So this, I mean, around it or in it.
So the
that
monastery
area.
is where you now rule from, or lead from.
Oh yeah, he is now the master.
Cool.
On the older side for kobolds, so past middle age.
So like 12 years old, or?
No, it said that kobolds live to 120. So he's
neat.
like 70. He's like 70 or 80.
I thought they were like goblin age.
No. So he would be like in his 50s or 60s for human or something like that.
Cool. Kiri, where's the biggest temple to the god of the Iron Fist? Can you draw it on the map?
The god of the Iron Fist. Okay. I think we are going to be based.
Yeah. Also, pick your
So
nation.
we're gonna take this citadel here.
Nice.
It suits us well because there's plenty of land for expansion, and it gives us kind of protection from our allies, but also there's a few passes through to the main island, but we kind of generally like to keep ourselves to ourselves, being
enough, yeah.
probably more simple people culturally in terms of our things, and we'll have the shrine, a trek into the mountains about there, so we'll have it be as a coming of age for the people of my country to prove their worth as warriors. They can travel through the land fighting off the beasts as they come to prove that they are worthy to worship our gods.
Cool. And Estero.
I think I'll pick.
Pick your nation, and then also, where is your, where do you worship your holes? Where is your main congregation for the holes? And what is it? Is another question I have for you. And draw it on the map.
We actually didn't discuss that, but I'll say, like, after looking at this map, I think the worshipping areas would be like somewhere around here. Should I change color? Is it visible? Change it to something a bit brighter.
I can see it. It's fine.
Oh, purple? Yeah, that's good. Maybe a darker purple, but
Yeah,
I don't
think
think it
a
matters too
darker
much.
purple. Yeah. So I was thinking these estuaries here.
Mhm.
Right?
Oh, okay,
Because, so estuaries are kind of like holes of the sea in a way. So they most probably pick that area and somewhere where they just observe the beauty of brokenness. There'll be a lot of like shattered rocks and other broken things in this area. And to be honest, I mainly picked this nation because it has the nicest tower. And,
That's fair.
and that's where
Strategy.
Cool.
that's where they send all the people who want great riches.
And other countries on this map may have been defeated by the Lich, the Winter Lich. Yeah. All right. Next next question. So I've got cards here. I randomized those ones to see who got to pick first, but now I've got a couple of cards here, and I'll be asking you a series of questions, and we'll develop our world as we go, and then we'll see where that gets us. So I'm going to ask you a question, and that is going to be Clark Hart. And then once everybody's been asked a question, I'll reshuffle and we'll do that. So, where is your nation's most beautiful wonder, and what is it?
Okay. In terms of our most beautiful wonder, we have a shrine. I mean, it's a sort of it's not a shrine to a god though. It's a shrine to all things fighting in the world. It's like a place where our young are trained to be military specialists, and it is the place where the strong are separated from the weak, in almost a Spartan sense. And we're going to call that, just outside of our lands, we're going to have a small plain that is looked over by a massive statue, a statue of like a minotaur wielding a giant sword, and it looks over the young as they fight for their lives to start becoming military.
Cool. Awesome. Then, if you would like, because you're preparing for what could be another war, after I ask you a question, I've got a series of other things that you can do actively. Would you like to go on a quest, gather intel, discover something? I guess that's kind of questy. I'll leave that. Or hold a summit where we can all discuss together what might be the best course of action.
I mean, do I know what the quests are already? Or
that would be you telling me what the quest you wanted to go on.
I see. Okay. Well,
If you didn't know, I can just make something up. But
I mean, I'd like to. I guess.
I am assuming that will have to do with furthering your preparations to fight Otarian. This entity that the Lich Wizard has only mentioned.
Sure. Can I? I'd like to gather intel then. I guess. Can I travel to? Can I send out diplomats to any of the other cities to see if we know anything of his war strategy, where he might be attacking next?
For sure. Would you like to use a skill specifically, or would you otherwise persuasion? See if they can't.
I mean, if they're refusing to cooperate, then yes, persuasion. But if not, I'm happy to keep this on friendly terms as of the moment. There's no need to start unnecessary war. It's merely trying to protect ourselves.
So roll me, I guess, knowledge history then. Like what are they able to find out, or investigation? I guess it's all how you want to go about getting this knowledge.
I mean, they're both pretty bad for me, so let's go for an investigation.
or suggest to me something you would like to do, a course of action. Think of interesting ways to use your skills. Perhaps.
I think we're just gonna. Well, yeah. As of right now, I've rolled an investigation check.
Sounds good. 10. What'd you get?
I rolled a 10.
Yeah. So, you remember some words maybe the Lich Wizard told you, and you know that he's from a different plane. He traffics with demons, but perhaps you're not looking in the right area at the time. You're trying to find maybe the wrong information.
Okay.
And that's just indicative of your role.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Next is Zatomo. So I should really have your character names there instead. Mutu. What community is held in the highest esteem in your country? What do people have to do to gain entry to this?
The only people who can be a member of the order are kobolds, and you're pretty much born into our tribe of kobolds. Rarely do outside kobolds get initiated into the order. They're pretty secretive. I mean, the other nations around them know that this mountain area is theirs. Some in the past have dared to challenge that and have all lost at the hands of a monk army. And so now, because also they produce such nice goods for everybody and sell them relatively cheaply, they're just tolerated. So, yeah, I don't think in recorded history there is an outsider who's ever been a member of the order.
Sounds good. All right. And then would you like to go on a quest, gather intel, or hold a summit?
I think gather intel.
Cool.
The monastery does have a trove of ancient tomes stored. So maybe the kobolds start to dig through these records of history and see if they can't find this Otarian.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so,
investigation roll?
Yeah, investigation. Searching for clues
Not
in
very
your
good-
library.
Not very good at that either.
Yeah, most of you are warrior types. So.
Yeah, I mean, I have insight in religion, but a little bit different. So a 12.
Yeah, I think you get similar information. Maybe you get a lead on where to go. Perhaps you will have advantage on your next roll, but make no progress this round. This Otarian fella is new and you got to do some deep digging and whatnot. So
There's somebody's name who's spelled very similarly, and we waste like a whole week
Yeah.
thinking about him.
this guy's just like some farmer.
Yeah,
Well.
this is Otarian,
Yeah.
and he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be worried. Oh, wait a minute. That's an
No,
A,
Otarian,
not O.
you idiots.
Yeah, there we go.
um,
That's why you never leave it up to novices to do the research.
Exactly, yeah. Well, yeah, a novice came to someone in higher power, and it's just like, hey,
Yeah.
I found it, and then that led on to something maybe. All right. So, and then there we are. And then Estero. What resource of import does your faction need from another country, and which country?
We most probably need paper
Mhm.
for making like books and basically keeping our own records of things.
Mhm.
So most is what country is this? The Coal of the Blades nation? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. We most probably import mostly paper from them since they are known as like the most nerdy magic people
Cool.
on this continent. So most probably purchase a lot of paper from them.
Sounds good.
Yeah, like I would say it's mainly because like our this country is so close to the water that when we try to produce our own paper, it just can't handle the humid environment. That's most probably what happens.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, so their rudimentary technology for making paper just doesn't work out. So we most probably import that.
Sounds good. Would you like to go on a quest, gather intel, or hold a summit?
I think we'd hold a summit.
Cool. So, inviting the other leaders of the countries, Kiri and Mutu, you might want to discuss how you should move forward. Do the other two attend? There's another question.
Yes, I attend.
Yeah. We show up.
Cool.
Yeah, and just a side note, like my country, they're super showy about, oh look, we run things really well here. Everyone is functioning and everyone is happy, and if they're not happy, they know exactly how to make themselves happy by joining the tower and stuff like that.
Sounds
I
good.
want to travel to this country like Khal Drogo does, like with like all of his soldiers on like horseback, like bare chested, making sure everyone knows who we are.
Cool.
Estero, why are we here?
Well, it is about time that we all started progressing in our government methods. Surely, purely fighting for who is most militaristically strong or through theocracies is an outdated practice.
Outdated, I suppose, but what do I benefit from protecting you?
You benefit by having a more efficient society. I think it's particularly important if this esoterian fellow should show up.
Well,
Sorry.
my
go on.
country will be safe. But for the greater good for now, I grant you, we will protect you, should you need aid. Tell me,
Yes.
what do you know about Tyrion?
Excuse me.
We're still doing our own research. All I know is that the evil that he has spoken of sounds like a greater threat than he was. And if we lost so many fighting him, what more if this threat arrives?
We must prepare. Arm ourselves, ready for the fight.
Surely your people wish that. But my people are less inclined to immediately go back to war.
I figured. Well, if you are unsure whether to go back to war, then perhaps you will die. Instead, I urge you to join me. Take up arms. Pour what you have now from knowledge and luxuries into your war. Then your nation will succeed like ours.
One does not seek out war, but one must be ready for when it comes. It is unwise to simply hope that violence stays away from your door, my friend.
I'm not saying that we are not prepared to fight, but rather, a willingness to fight will surely improve our odds.
Can you each give me a perception check?
Seven.
4.
15. Natural 15.
Ooh. So- you guys aren't great at that.
No.
Uh,
Thought I was.
all right. Moving on then.
Wait, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll for my familiar?
Sure. Yeah.
Would that be allowed? Okay. Oh man, it's a -1. Oh no, it's a +1. Okay, no, it's a 7.
All right. Then we're on to the next round of cards. Assuming no one had any more to say,
No.
No.
you all return to your nations with the thought of war in your mind. Estero. There is a cultural icon somewhere on the map. Why is it important to your nation? And also draw it on the map.
Ooh. Okay.
It doesn't have to be near your country either.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna draw it here. I was thinking that it would be somewhere around here. It's gonna pop up. Small circle.
Ah, yes. Yep.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's most probably a valley that was created by some like massive like magical fight that happened there.
Mm-hmm.
Like 1,000 fireballs or something like that. Like something heavily exaggerated.
Yeah.
And basically it's a huge hole on the continent, and like people are just like my people are like, this is a representation of like perfection.
Nice. Yeah. Just the destructive environment on the video game. You just blasted it a bunch.
Yeah.
Nice. So, yeah. What would you? What action would you like to take after that? Go on a quest, gather intel, hold a summit.
I think after not getting much headway with the rest of the nations, I go for gather for intel. I want to figure out more about this Esoterian the Menacing as well.
Cool. How would you like to do that? Yeah.
I would like to. What other nations are there? Most probably.
I
Whichever
figure
has,
each of the like symbols can be another neighboring nation. They also attended your summit, but they were more devastated by the Lich Wizard, the Winter Witch. He has many names.
I would like to try and like convince a nation to let our scholars scour their libraries for more information.
Cool. Persuasion, I guess, or how would you like to go about doing that?
Persuasion is fine.
Cool.
It's one of my stats.
Nice.
25.
Nice. Yeah. So you're able to establish maybe even an embassy with a persuasion like that, where your scholars can be housed and gain information for you. This information reveals something about Otarian. I'm gonna roll a dice to figure out. Ooh. So the information you find out is there is an item called the Spike of Humanity. It is an item that has been known to strip fiendish nature away from converted mortals, tearing away some of their resistances, you might say, to certain things that the material realm has that normally damage things. Demons seem to be resistant to. They don't follow the same rules of physics, and this item might bridge that gap and make them more human.
And I would imagine that like when I was talking to them, my like Estero changes to look like them. So if it was the Elven country, it would look like an elf.
Yeah, because you're the changeling. You can become more like the people you want to impress. So, all right. Who's next? Kiri.
Can I ask which kingdom he went to?
Yeah, which kingdom did you go to, and mark it on the map.
I think I'd stick to the Coal of the Blade. Let me look at the map and see which one looks most magic-y.
I don't have a name for that. I see Coldblade in chat though, and he named that country.
Oh yeah, Coalblade.
Great name.
You wanna name it here? I'm gonna change color here to something that hasn't been named. Wait, something bright. Okay. I think this looks like it has the best libraries.
Sounds good.
Right, and they're far from the sea too.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Let me change that to a certain.
Makes sense.
Oh no. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Kiri, what catastrophic scar does your country bear from the Cold Years? What mark did the war leave on your land? And draw it on the map.
Draw it on the map. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's physical, not kind of like
Yeah,
metaphorical.
it can be metaphorical, but maybe put a
Okay, well,
a representation, like.
I'll give you like a kind of a two things then.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
because of the winter that kind of came and froze all of our food. One of our main exports, if we really have any, is the place that we try and live is our pastures, and we've got sheep, and that's how we survive eating meat. And because of that, a load of our livestock just ceased to be because of the cold winter, the cold years. So that's kind of like our land has been almost raised not even metaphorically, raised by how cold it was, and burnt from the coldness, and scarring our economy momentarily. But I suppose more so the actual the scar that we are warriors until we die. And because of this, even our old, and there's been several changes in leadership, and our old have often died along the way. We are constantly a new civilization, constantly molding. Because of that, we've lost.
Bonus question, because it interests me. You mentioned your warriors until you're dead. How did your country deal with dying and then coming back to fight against each other?
A confusing time for any military, to see your own people turned against you. But we simply fought to kill anyone that threatens our people, our enemies of us, regardless of whether they look like friend or foe or family.
Cool. And then last in that set is Mutu.
Do I get an action?
Yes, sorry. Yes.
Just don't want to miss my turn.
Yep.
Do I know anything about the city to the south of me?
Yeah, probably.
Okay,
You can tell me more about it if you want.
Okay, well, no, I want to know whether they have any military capacity, or whether they have, kind of any possible way of taking up arms.
You tell me.
Okay.
What is the action you want to take, and we can go from there, I guess.
Well, I'd like to travel over towards their city and ride in with my warriors.
Cool.
And basically request their aid in the coming wars, and ask them to more intimidatingly, we'll
Cool.
say, to make sure that they
join
are
us
preparing.
or else.
Yeah, you join us or you're against us.
Yeah.
There is a war coming, and I won't be there to protect you if you don't join with me now.
We need
request
to
that they-
protect our own.
Yeah, I want them to stop.
We want you to
messing
be our own.
Yeah, stop messing about with books and knowledge. I want arms. I want weapons now. If you
Yeah.
want to protect yourself, that's what has to happen.
Cool. Intimidation?
Intimidation check.
Yeah.
Yeah. $20, but dirty.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, that's good enough. No, they are intimidated. you've gained perhaps another advantage in the fight. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, was there anything else you wanted to get out? They offer their aid. They understand the threat. You've intimidated them, not with just your personal stature, but also the threat of another war. They're terrified and offer their aid.
With that, we'd like to kind of inspect what their military looks like, whether they're capable, whether they have anything that is kind of more technologically advanced than we already have.
Mm-hmm.
If so, we want to take it immediately and kind of start attuning to it, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, if there's anything else economically that we seek, that we need, if we need extra food, or perhaps they've worked out how to irrigate better, we'll be borrowing their technology.
This actually kind of fits. So yeah, they tell you that they've been working on something, and hopefully they can get the resources to get it done. They might need your help to do that. But they've been working on a weapon.
What is it?
It's a weapon that they call, ironically, War's Toll. A blade of magical energy. We can fashion it for you if you'd like, but there are particular resources, magical resources that they need to accomplish it.
Can they promise me that it is stronger already than my great battle axe that I wield so magnificently in battle?
Most certainly, yeah.
Sounds worth having.
Yeah.
Can I just ask, is this the country in the mountains or the southernmost?
Southern, I think he said.
Yeah, to the south.
I don't have the drop
Kind
tool.
of to the south west of me, so right at the bottom, the most southern.
Okay.
This one, right? All right. Then Mutu. There was a structure erected during the cold years. How did it help, and why is it now abandoned?
I think
And also
we
draw it on the map.
Okay. I think we built like a series of like watchtowers along the mountains,
Cool.
maybe, to help us keep track of the movements of the enemy and our own movement and all of that. But probably half of them had been destroyed and the other half are just abandoned because there's no longer a continent-wide war going on.
So,
Something like that.
and then what action would you like to take at the end of your turn?
I think we're going to go on a quest. And one of the masters before Mutu, or when Mutu was very young, had a magical ring. But he died in battle and the ring was lost somewhere in the snow and all of that. So the monastery has decided that it wants to go out and recover this lost artifact.
Cool.
Of the mountain.
Yeah. So, I guess what skill would you like to use to work towards that?
I'd like to use insight or religion.
Yeah, roll me a religion.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, insight. I mean, they're pretty much the same role, but yeah, maybe they can meditate and try to hone in on its location and then go find it. So let's do that. Oh, 20. Dirty 20, but a 20.
They all count.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
They all count.
20's pretty good, regardless. So, yeah. It'll take another success, mechanically, but narratively, you know the location to go to. You've read it in your holy texts. And it all comes back now that you. It's this one particular temple, maybe near one of the watchtowers in the mountain range, that houses this item.
Yeah, so they'll send out a group, probably Mutu leads it, to go recover it and bring it back.
Let's see. Astero learned about the other one, right?
Yep, the other one.
Yeah, so I've got to roll one for this one. Ooh. Oh, that actually makes sense too. It is the item you are seeking is the choir, the choir of ancestry, which makes sense for your people. It's maybe an item of heritage amongst your people. Summons the ancestors to be able to come to your aid in a time of need.
Sounds perfect, yeah.
Cool. Move it down. I got. Cool. Yeah. Okay. So, everybody, roll me a perception check.
Our best stat.
Yeah.
Natural 1.
An 8.
Perfect.
13.
Good. Well, it was gonna go to the lowest, so.
Well, did you get a natural 1? That's so big. Oh
I
man.
cursed it, I swear.
We're gonna
Shouldn't have
die.
said anything.
Oh.
What happens to us?
Uh-oh.
We instantly burn into flames.
Alright, guys.
Uh-oh.
Go back to
GG.
sleep.
Yeah, GG.
Yeah, well, that's over.
Good luck.
Let me just... Oh, that's not the one I wanted. That's the one I want. Oh. Oh my god. Well, while I fix this, I will finish this by saying... We don't need the map for this. Astero. In your court, while dealing with the regular day-to-day, as you all need to keep your country running, you are attacked. You're gonna take a bunch of damage.
Oh no.
You take it to your character or to your like country?
Oh, in his court, yeah. So him,
Oh, him.
yeah.
Oh man, that's a lot of dice.
That's a lot of dice. No, that's not so bad.
Yeah, that sound.
That sounded like a lot of dice.
That is.
That's a lot of dice.
42 damage.
What?
What?
We get an F in chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big F.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
this is perfect time for.
Yeah. Are you? How are you doing? I'll
In a lot
describe.
of pain.
Okay, but still alive.
Yeah.
Cool. So, as you're giving court, maybe you've stood up and are having an argument with someone trying to levy for a budget. Behind you, and like it's like a kidney shot. You feel a knife go in, and you turn around and you see this small halfling creature, but he's not quite halfling. He's got horns curled back and a sly smile under a hood, and he looks up at you, and that's
Tumnus.
that's where we'll take our break.
Oh,
so
break.
so we'll have a little 5-minute break. Get your stuff together. I'll try and get this screen
I need
back.
Yeah, I need
good
this
thought.
on VODs because my players will enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, so clip that. How do I
Hydrate, dehydrate. We'll be back in a bit.
in a bit?